Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
A woman is turning to TikTok to share her terrifying experience of toxic side effects from a common prescription drug. Talia Smith was prescribed the antibiotic commonly called Cipro for a simple UTI, but just 3 pills changed her life forever. Less than a week after taking the meds, Talia was in the ER, unable to eat or walk, feeling stabbing pain in her body. After 5 months of struggle, she ended up in hospice, dropping to just 65 pounds. She's now under palliative care, relying on round-the-clock aid, using a wheelchair to get around. It turns out reactions like Talia's are rare, but they do happen, and they have a name: floxing. The side effects can be devastating, coming from one class of antibiotics in particular called fluoroquinolones, including drugs like Cipro and Levaquin, as well as dozens of generics. It turns out these drugs have a black box warning from the FDA, the administration's strongest warning applied to medications that can lead to injury or death. Last year, the FDA received more than 3,000 reports of adverse reactions to Cipro, and this vital information is not always getting to patients when they're being prescribed these drugs. That includes Talia, who says Cipro should have never been prescribed to her, especially with other antibiotics available to treat UTIs without these risks. And she's joining us live tonight to share part of her story. Talia, I appreciate you so much for taking the time tonight. Thanks for coming on.
Hi, Natasha. Thank you for having me.
Talia, we just talked about the black box warning. When you were prescribed this for what you thought was a simple UTI, did you have any concerns, or what were you told about it?
I actually wasn't told much. I was the one that asked the question when I was prescribed. I had a very low bacteria count and thought that, Cipro was a very strong antibiotic. And I actually said to my doctor, is there anything I need to be aware of? And, this seems kind of strong. And I was told, no, there's nothing you need to be aware of. This is a very safe and effective drug for UTIs. So I went home like anybody would do after speaking to their doctor about this. That would have been the time to tell me about the black box warning or any kind of severe side effects to be aware of. But I wasn't told any of that. And I just went home and took 3 pills and ended up in the hospital, not able to walk, like you said, stabbing pains, tremors, shakes, and I was like, it doesn't make sense. It's just an antibiotic. And the ER doctor actually was the one that explained the black box warning for Cipro and other fluoroquinolones. And it was the first time I had heard it, but I had already taken those 3 pills. It was too late.
I'm sure you would give almost anything to go back and not take those 3 pills. I know how devastating this has been. Before this happened, I also know that you were so healthy, you were active. Also, importantly, taking care of your husband, who I understand is quadriplegic and in a wheelchair. How would you describe what life is like for both of you now?
Sorry, it makes me emotional. My husband's a disabled veteran and was injured. And for a decade before I took Cipro, I was his primary caregiver, and I worked full time and I worked out 7 days a week. And, just taking care of him and the amount of care that he requires. I now look at my life and I'm like him. I'm sitting right next to him in a wheelchair because of 3 pills. 3 pills. And now I can't take care of him. I can't take care of myself. We both require 24/7 care now because of 3 pills. It's just mind-boggling to me. So, and both of our lives were stolen from this, not just mine. His, my children, my stepchildren. Sorry.
You don't have to be sorry, Talia. I'm so sorry that this happened. I do want to ask, we see these warnings for fluoroquinolones, including disabling and potentially permanent side effects of the tendons, muscles, joints, nerves, central nervous system. The label itself says that these drugs should be used in, quote, patients who have no alternative treatment options. How does it make you feel knowing that these warnings were out there for so many years before your doctor prescribed you this antibiotic and changed your life, your family's life forever?
It makes me angry because the first black box warning came out in 2008 for tendons, and then 2013 was irreversible peripheral neuropathy, and 2016 was the permanent and disabling side effects. I took Cipro all the way in 2021. I think that would be plenty of time for doctors to get on board and to be able to convey these warnings to their patients. And that didn't happen, and I should have double and triple checked before I took a prescription. I just trusted what my doctor said, and I'm angry, and I wish I could go back every day and just not take it, just double check what my doctor said, and I didn't. And
well, you trusted. You trusted, Talia, which I think most Americans would do. Talia, I'm going to ask you for your final thoughts and message in a moment, but just very quickly, do you plan any legal action? Is there any recourse for you?
We'll see.
Understood.
Right now, I'm focusing on my advocacy efforts, and I'm sure you've seen that on my TikTok. You know, sending letters to the FDA, trying to work on medical code changes for fluoroquinolone toxicity, stuff like that. So that's my primary focus.
I get it. I mean, Talia, I know you don't want this to happen to anyone else. So I'm going to open the floor very quickly in just about 20 seconds. What is your message? What do you want every American to know?
I would say to keep sharing my story, and to other Floxies out there to keep sharing your stories as well. For the news, like the media, to help as much as possible. We need to raise awareness about the dangers of fluoroquinolones. There are 7 black box warnings for a reason. Always make sure you need an antibiotic for real before you take one. And if your doctor tells you a medication is safe, double check. I was not supposed to be here today after what happened to me, but I am. And that's why I'm dedicating my life to these advocacy efforts. And trust me, you don't want to end up where I am today. So that's my message to everybody out there.
We hear it loud and clear. Talia Smith, I don't know if you can feel the sincerity and warmth that I know our viewers are sending your way. Wishing you all the best, you and your family. Thank you so much for sharing an important message tonight.
Thank you for having me, and keep spreading the word, please.
We will. And for more on the effects of Cipro and antibiotics like it, we're joined by Dr. Neva Lubin-Johnson, a physician with over 3 decades of experience and former president of the National Medical Association. Doctor, thank you so much for taking the time tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Doctor, I just want to get your quick reaction as a professional and also just a human being. We just heard Talia's story. What is going through your mind?
It is very unfortunate what has happened to her. I feel, compassion and empathy for her, especially with having to take care of her husband, having had to take care of her husband who's a quadriplegic, and now this life-changing experience for her. I'm sure it is devastating to her and her family.
Yeah. Fluoroquinolones like Cipro, these drugs should be reserved for serious bacterial infections only, often for patients who have no alternative treatment options. Why is this happening? And I mean, even in my own history, I've been prescribed Cipro twice. Neither of those situations really called for it in retrospective. So why are people still being given these antibiotics, even if technically there are other options available?
I would say that the most likely explanation is that, unfortunately, those who are prescribing still are using it, which is unfortunate when there are other options available. I mean, there has been a decrease in the prescribing of quinolones over the past 10 years. It's probably prescribed at about 2/3 of the amount that it was 10 years ago, but probably there's ways to go in terms of the need to look at other alternatives.
For people like Talia, do these adverse side effects ever go away, or are these lifelong issues for the most part?
Yeah, for something like the neurological changes that she's had, it doesn't appear that that those things are going to change in a significant way. She has seen some improvement, but she said she's in palliative care now, which means not anticipating much more improvement. Things like a tendonitis or a tendon rupture those can be repaired, and life can, go back to normal for those individuals. But for something like she's having in terms of the neuropathy, et cetera, it's unfortunate that that usually doesn't go away completely.
All right, Dr. Neva Lubin-Johnson, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.